So this is the summer palace. 290 hectares, which is equivalent to the size, 4 times the size of the Forbidden City. It is huge. The summer palace is mainly composed by this huge lake called the Kunming Lake. Now it is used as a skating park. A lot of local people and the tourists would come to this area to enjoy the skating or sliding on the ice. So composed by this lake and the longevity hill over there. And most of the buildings were built at the foot of the longevity hill, the symbols of the longevity. And most of the buildings in the summer palace were built in 1750 to celebrate the Empress Mother's birthday. So we are here in this area, right next to the Jade Hall of Jade Repose. So that building, we'll be walking into that building later, and to see all those buildings in this area. To see these buildings of this area, they all built at the foot of the longevity hill. So the Kunming Lake, which takes up about 3/4 of the summer palace, and together with the longevity hill, which make this huge park where the emperor stayed from April to October for each of the year in the past. There's a long corridor was built at the foot of the longevity hill. It's right over there, which is also recorded in the Guinness Book as the longest corridor in the world. Stretches for 728 meters.
It runs all around?
Yeah, not all around, just on the eastern side. On the northern side of this Kunming Lake, there's a huge lake, and it stops at this place. So our tour will be going along this long corridor to the end of it. All right. So that's the hill, Longevity Hill. The big building, you can see that. That's the largest and the symbolic building in the summer palace. It's called the Tower of Buddhist Incense, where the dragon lady would go up to perform worship to the Buddha on the 1st and the 15th day of the each lunar month during her stay in the summer palace. So we'll be walking along this long corridor to the end, and then we'll be walking out of the summer palace for the northern exit. So we'll be walking in this place for like around an hour. This used to be a very small natural lake, but it was expanded to the current site in 1750 to celebrate the Empress Mother's birthday. All right, there stands a huge pagoda over there. That is the Jade Spring Hill. We were talking about the water well in the Forbidden City, but the emperor did not drink the water well from the water. Did not drink the water from the water well in the Forbidden City. They drank the water coming from that Jade Spring Hill. That's the source of this high clear water. The best
very
quality
good
water.
for snowboarding.
Really?
Yeah.
I see.
Local, the tourists or domestic tourists, they know everything about that part of the history at the end of the Qing Dynasty. They were talking about those names of like the Dragon Lady or the Emperor Guangxu, but we do not know much about that part of the history. And one thing is certain: at the end of the Qing Dynasty, there were many major events broke out during that period. And in 1898, the emperor tried to reform the country for modernization of China. But the dragon lady, the powerful lady, she said that she would rather lose out the country than carry out the reform. She stayed at palace court and then put the emperor on the house arrest, majorly in this palace. So that poor emperor, who was given the house arrest in this building for nearly 10 years. The Emperor Guangxu, the second emperor from the end of Qing Dynasty. So we can take a look from outside, see how it looked like inside the palace. Those artifacts, the furniture, are still arranged and put in the same layout back to that period, back to 1900. Okay. Very nice. You see it very well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's called Hall of Happiness and Longevity. Yeah, it is said that if you are happy, you will enjoy the longevity. Hence the name Hall of Happiness and Longevity. We're used as the living residence for the Dragon Lady, the most powerful lady at the end of the Qing dynasty. So we could divide into several parts. The middle part where was the place where the Dragon Lady gave the audience and have dinner. And while the other chambers were used like a makeup chamber and a sleeping chamber. There's a huge table standing in the middle. That is the dining table for her. People would prepare like 128 courses of each meal for this lady. She loved those fancy luxury dinner. So 128 courses of each meal could feed like 4,000 people a day during that period. And there's a bronze deer and a bronze crane and a bronze vase. So for American people, see it vase or was? Was?
Base.
Vase. Okay. So bronze vase symbolize universal peace and auspiciousness based on their Chinese pronunciation. 六合太平. 六合太平 meaning universal peace. And they are also used as the incense burner too. Incense burner. Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Here is the starting point of this long corridor, 728 meters long and divided into 273 sections. It's the longest corridor in the Guinness Book. People also draw 14,000 paintings along the beams, make it the longest art gallery in the world too. It was first built in 1750 to celebrate the Empress Mother's birthday because the mother who enjoyed the scene of the lake in rainy days. That's why her son, the emperor, built this long covered walkway for his mother. Highlighting this area is this marble boat. This is the marble, made of marble.
It doesn't run anymore though.
No, it has a solid foundation. Yeah, so
I
it's
see, so it doesn't move. It's
it does-
stationed there.
That's correct. And the emperor thought that his dynasty would never be capsized by the water. So that's the symbol of the stability of his dynasty. His dynasty will be as stable as this marble boat, which will never be capsized by its people or by the water. And there used to be a Chinese style superstructure on the second floor, on the second story, but those Anglo-French Allied forces just burning it up in 1860. And later on, she ordered to add a European-style superstructure on the top, on the second story, and which just survived. And the Dragon Lady enjoyed seeing herself while sitting in front of the mirror when she was having the breakfast over there. So there's two mirrors on each deck. You see the mirror?
Yes, I see it.
She loved to sit right in front of the mirror and having the breakfast, looking herself with the lake at the background.